Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. So we've done a video on 10 things I really like about this car. I've driven this car for a long while now, for about 4 months, so I really know this car inside and out. So today I'll show you 10 things I think could be improved with the Type R. So let's go. So the rear end of the Type R looks really good. But one thing though is the rear tail light is not full LED. So these light bulbs are halogen light bulbs. So yeah, they're just sort of, I thought that's something that could be improved with the Type R. If everything's LED, it will look much better. And also down here, there is a fake vent down here. Yeah, it's just something that I thought it shouldn't be there. With everything being so functional, if this is functional, then this car will be perfect. Okay, so the Type R comes with loads of aero functionalities and aero elements to make sure the downforce and when the air flows around the car is nicely managed. But one downside though, this is an air curtain down here. It actually sits like 3 centimeters lower than the splitter, so actually makes the ground clearance quite small. Actually, there's only about 11 or 12 centimeters of ground clearance from the edge of the curtain to the ground. So this part is actually very easily scraped. For example, if you park closely to a curb, or if you go on a ramp that's a bit steeper, this will get scraped really easily. But that said, this is a plastic piece, so this can be replaced quite easily. I don't think this will be very expensive as well. So yeah, just something to be mind of when you are driving the Type R. Okay, so the interior. One thing I hope they could have had for the New Zealand spec is the Bose sound system. So I believe most of the countries with the Type R comes with Bose sound system, but in New Zealand this is not a spec and it's not even an option we could choose. So it's just a standard system. It sounds okay, but I hope they could have had the Bose system. So the gear knob looks very great, actually. It looks very nice. It's fully made out of aluminium, looks great. But the downside to this is actually because I parked the car outside. In the wintertime, every time when I get into the car, this feels like an ice cube. It's really, really cold to hold and takes a while to warm up. So this is, as good as it looks, there's a downside to it. So the carpet of the Type R comes with a red and very plush carpet. It's really, really nice to step on and really nice to touch. But the downside to it is it's actually quite hard to maintain, to make sure it's all very, very clean all the time. Because of the thickness of the carpet, sometimes with vacuuming, it's really hard to get inside of the thick carpet hair or carpet layering. So some of the dirt would stuck inside, really hard to get out. But again, this looks great though, just a bit hard to maintain. So these bucket seats look amazing, and they are amazing seats to sit on and to be in. But the downside to that is everything is manually adjusted. So if you get in here, say if I'm in my driving position, and if I want to get out, every time I have to push it back, basically to get out easily. Otherwise, if I'm in my sitting position, to get out of the car, it's really difficult. I get stuck here with the steering wheel. So it's just, if you want to use this as a daily, every time you have to do this, could get quite busy, quite annoying. But I guess that's the downside of having a bucket seat. As good as it looks, and as comfortable and bolstering as it is, to get in and out is a bit of a work. Okay, so the Type R comes with quite a small fuel tank actually. I'm averaging about less than 400k per tank. I'm averaging about 11 liters per 100 kilometers. So that means the fuel tank is actually quite small. It's probably around the 45 liter mark. I understand this is for lightweight saving, to have a smaller fuel tank. But if you drive this car every day or use it very often, that just means you have to go into the petrol station to fill it up very often. Okay, so this is the rear view camera of the Civic Type R. I have to say the quality is not very good. It looks like a camera from the, I don't know, the early 2000s. It's just the quality, the graininess, the distortion is just not great. Especially at night when the light level is quite low, this can get quite grainy and quite blurry. 3 different modes for the camera. This is a more wide angle view. This is the normal, no distortion view. This is a looking down view. You can see from how badly distorted and how grainy these objects are. The quality of the camera is just not great. So we're inside the car. Let's listen to the soundtrack, the exhaust note. Let's rev the car up. There's a bloody soft limiter right here. Like, we can only rev up to 3,500. That's as far as you can go when you are idle. This is so annoying. Like, you can't even hear the exhaust notes when you're idle. This is all you can hear. And also, if you notice, when I'm driving this, the exhaust notes is not that great from inside. There's pumped noise from the front speakers. Could feel quite fake sometimes, and the tone of the exhaust note is the same. It doesn't change as the rev builds, so that's one thing I hope the Type R could have improved. So thanks for watching. The Civic Type R is a brilliant vehicle. These minor points that I feel could be improved are just very minor details that doesn't detract from how great this car is. We have also recently shared a video of 12 things I really like about the Civic Type R. So if you are interested, you could go watch that video on our channel. And again, the Type R is a brilliant vehicle where it's very practical and also has a lot of performance. You can drive it every day if you want to, and you can also have fun in the weekend with it on back roads or on a track. We'll be sharing more content on the Type R and our ownership experiences with it. So please follow us and hope to see you next time. Bye!